Hi there, Julie Hirschberg here, and coming to you with a Facebook Live all about what is neurologic physical therapy and how you can find the best one for you. I'm just going to check, make sure we are live and ready to go. All right, there we are. Very good. Well, welcome. And I am coming to you with this topic because this is a frustration that I hear very frequently. In fact, I had a client just last week who I had seen a couple of times, and she said, I just can't believe it took me this long to find somebody like you. I have been to 6 different physical therapists before I found one that really understood me and what was going on, this disorder that I have that is so rare. And that's a lot of time. It had actually been 3 years, 6 different therapists, and that's a lot of time, money, and frustration. And honestly, I just want to help you end that frustration and help you find a neurologic PT if that's what you need, and find the best one for you. So I want to tell you a little bit first about what neurologic physical therapy is, because even though I'm in it, I teach it, I live it, breathe it, love it, a lot of people don't even know it exists. So think about it this way. If you had a sprained ankle, would you go to a cardiologist to help you out? No, you wouldn't. So if you've had a stroke, or you have Parkinson's disease, or you have MS, you probably don't want to go to an orthopedic physical therapist unless you had an orthopedic problem. You want to see somebody that really understands your diagnosis, and that's a neurologic physical therapist. Now, how do you know if somebody is a neurotherapist? Well, I'll take this moment to let you know we have created a guide for you. It's almost like a little ebook with all the questions that you can ask when you call to make that appointment, all the questions that you can ask about to try to find out if this person has the experience that you need in order to save you some time and money and not have to go shopping for physical therapists. But you can ask those questions up front before you even attend the appointment. So you can grab that free guide at our webpage, www.reactivept.com/free guide, and we will send it your way. But anyway, so one thing is to ask the right questions, sure. But you can find neurologic physical therapists, and there's several ways. One of the easiest ways you can do this is to find them online by looking for somebody who is a board-certified neurologic clinical specialist. That's kind of a mouthful, but often what you see is NCS for short. So, for example, you'll see that behind my name, Julie Hirschberg, PT, DPT, NCS. And so that's very typical. People have to put what their license is. It's a PT. They'll put their degree. So a lot of physical therapists have their doctorate now. So that's the DPT. And then NCS is a neurologic clinical specialist. These people who have done the NCS, often they've done a residency training. Not something that I did. That's something that Lauren, a therapist that I work with, she did a residency training that allows you to sit for the board exam. You can also do it by getting a ton of experience. So Dr. Erin Cottle, who owns Re+active with me, she did this. So she did a lot of training, a lot of studying, a lot of preparation in order to apply and get her board certification. So that is one thing that you want to look for, and you can actually go online, and if you go over to our blog on our website, it's just reactivept.com blog, and you will see in the blog links to these websites. So one is the ABPTS, American Board of Physical Therapy Specialties. They have a way to find a specialist PT. And also the APTA, www.apta.org, they have a great feature called Find a PT, and you can find one in your area. If you are in the LA area, or in the general, even up to Ventura County, Orange County, We have a list that we keep updated of people that we know who are either NCS or people with a lot of experience with neurology, and we can give us a call, send us an email. We will send you and make a referral that's really appropriate. I don't care if you come to Re+active. I want you to find the best person for you and really just get the word out that there are Neuro PTs, and you don't have to keep searching far and wide to find that right PT. Find a Neuro PT that fits you. Now, you can be a neurologic physical therapist without having your NCS. I do know a lot of PTs with a ton of experience all in neurology who just haven't sat for that exam. One of my good friends and colleagues is Dr. Manjari Dadul, and she owns Precision Rehabilitation in Long Beach. She is an amazing neurologic physical therapist, and I would recommend her to anyone. So that is where it can be tricky, because first you might be looking for the NCS, and I will tell you it's hard to find them. There's not very many. We might be hoarding a few at Re+active, to be honest. They're hard to find outside of the hospital setting. So then it takes some detective work to find out who truly has neurology experience, and they might not have those initials after their name, and they still may be the most fantastic PT you have ever met. So you have to do some homework. And that is where it comes into asking some of these questions. I want to characterize a little bit of what a Neuro PT is, so you have this idea in your head. One of the things that I love being around Neuro PTs, by the way. One of the things that I love is that they are totally nerdy. They love neurology. They love the brain and all the nerves. They might, if they're like me, even make up little dances about neuroanatomy. And what this shows is that they are so dedicated to truly understanding what is going on with you and your life and the nervous system. And this is very, very important. You don't want to have to explain your disease and the neuroanatomy to every PT you come to, right? Like, you want them to understand and be able to help explain things to you. So that's one thing. Another thing that I find with Neuro PTs is that they are problem solvers. They will work with you until they find a solution. And oftentimes what I find is people have tried so many things, and maybe they went somewhere and they got a little bit better, and then they plateaued, and then they were discharged and kind of lost to follow up and things like that. A true Neuro PT is going to stick with you and help find a solution to your problem. I love that about PTs. And then finally, a third thing, and a thing to ask about, is that they know the community and the resources to get you connected and stay healthy and well for the rest of your life. It's not just about a particular pain you're having right now or a particular problem you're having with your balance. It's about your whole life and staying healthy and well. Now that we know there's so much evidence for exercise in preventing disease and helping you maintain an active and healthy life, you want somebody on your team that is going to help you for your lifetime. So that is what a Neuro PT is. Because they're so passionate about you and about neurology, they are going to be by your side and join you in a journey. Don't you want someone like that on your team? I know that I do. So in order to find that Neuro PT, like I mentioned, we have a free guide that goes through some key questions to ask. And I wanted to highlight a couple of those for you from this guide. So one of them, and this is really very simple, but just asking the question, have you seen someone with my condition before? And how often? So I know there's a lot of rare diagnoses out there. And if you find a neurologic physical therapy practice, they often have a lot of experience with the more rare diagnoses. So this is a great question to ask. And I mean asking this question on the phone, not when you get in for your appointment. Ask this on the phone so that you can screen this before you see them. Another key question is coming up with, like, I'm having a problem with, and whatever that is, walking, with balance, with dizziness, and asking, what types of things do your therapists do for this type of problem? And if the person at the front desk can't answer, I would recommend that you ask to talk to a therapist. Somebody that's going to be really dedicated to your care is going to help on the phone. So that's a couple of the key questions. My all-time favorite is actually asking how much one-on-one time is spent with a therapist. This is going to tell you what the true value is. A lot of times in that first visit everywhere, you're getting a lot of time. So ask about the follow-up visit, because in some places it's literally about 15 minutes with the PT and the rest is with an aide. And it's my opinion that in neurologic physical therapy, that just doesn't cut it. So ask the question. So those are 3 of the questions. We actually go through 9 and go into a lot of detail in our guide. I'll save you that for now, but you can download it. Just go to our website. Again, it's www.reactivept.com/free guide. Download that guide and start asking those questions. Demand a lot from your physical therapist so you can save yourself the frustration and time and money and get connected to somebody that is going to be with you for this journey for a lifetime. Now, I would love to hear from you. Have you had Neuro PT before? Have you had trouble finding them? How can we help you? We would love to help get you connected. Feel free to email us info@reactivept.com, and it's re-activept.com. We'd love to hear from you. Ask questions on our Facebook page, and we'll catch you there. But we'd really love to help you out. I'll double check if there's any questions at the moment, and it doesn't look like it. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and we really look forward to hearing from you and helping you in this journey any way we can. Thanks.